Welcome back to Seeing Blind. Today I'm going to be reviewing, discussing, and demoing the SodaStream. This product has picked up in popularity here lately, and I have to admit, out of my family, I was the hesitant purchaser of this product. I just wasn't convinced if it was really going to save us money, if it was going to be easy to use as a blind mom, a practical product that we would use for more than just a couple of weeks. I wasn't sure if it was going to taste good. I had all the concerns. Remember to expand the description box down below for a lot more details, information, and of course all the links for the good Seeing Blind places. And if you haven't already, my friends, I would love for you to select those good YouTube buttons, subscribe. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Cindy. If you're listening to Cast Style, whatever the case may be, I would love to hear from you as well. Take a moment, comment, say hi, whatever the case may be, and let's get into the review and demo of the SodaStream machine. So we started with the numbers, and that's where I recommend anyone to start with if you're considering this purchase. Really crunch your numbers. So we looked at how much carbonated drinks we were consuming every week, and roughly, how much they said that the cartridge would produce as well, and how long that might last. And we just sort of guesstimated, and it looked like for our family, which my husband and I, we consume, probably a can or two of some soda or pop, depending on where you are, and liters of water, of course, a day. So with that being said, it was going to end up saving us money in the long run. So I was able to kind of check that off my list once we really crunched those numbers and did our due diligence with research. And then I also really liked the aspect that we were going to produce a lot less waste in plastic and cans. Conservation and environmental safety is something that I am quite concerned about with my kids. I just want to make sure I leave the planet better than I found it, especially since, I don't know about you guys, but where we're at, recycling just seems to be a little less reassuring that what we're recycling is actually getting recycled. So we went ahead and made the purchase, and there's several models, by the way, so make sure you research which one you think might work best for you. I do not have any experience with the other models, of course, the ones that where you can kind of preset how much carbonation you want. I'm not quite sure all of their bells and whistles and features, but we have the lesser expensive model, the one where you manually pump the top to activate the cartridge in there. As a blind person, I like that tactile feedback, and that's one of the things I will go into as far as a pro. Something I like about this machine is that there's no buttons that I have to select, so visually it's not really frustrating in that way. And I like the manual control of it where I can determine how much carbonation I want in my water. If I want it to be lightly carbonated or heavily carbonated and have that strong bite to it, I can control that manually with how much I pump it at the top. I also love how easy the mechanics of it is, I guess, as far as actually putting in the water bottle and working the device. It's actually pretty easy for me. I will say though, it takes quite a bit of pressure at the top to really insert the button at the top to push it down and activate the carbonated cartridge in the back. So if you have limited mobility, upper body mobility, strength, anything like that, that might be something to consider if you are thinking of purchasing this for your family or for a gift for someone. Some of the things that I don't like about it as far as using this product. The bottles are quite difficult for me as a blind person to determine, is it filled up enough or too much? There is a fill line on these bottles, but I, as a blind person, just cannot see that fill line, and it's a guesstimation every time I do it. I do like that the bottles do have a curvature to them, and where the bottle starts to curve is approximately where that fill line is. And that's pretty much the way that I judge it. Another way that I judge is if I'm gripping the bottle from the top of the rim, about where my pinky falls is about also where that fill line is as well. So both of those ways is kind of how I determine that. But still, With it being a translucent bottle and water being translucent, some days it is still very difficult to actually see the water line within the bottle. And so I have to kind of stick my finger inside and make sure it's not too full, and because if it is, it will explode. It just gets with water everywhere. It sprays it a little bit. No big deal because it's just water. But still, that's kind of a frustrating thing from time to time. The second thing that is difficult for me in using this product as a blind person is adding the syrup. After you've carbonated your water, then you pour your syrup into a cap and then add that into this bottle. That process can be quite tedious. I'm using my funnel, all my adaptive, creative thinking skills and things that I do as a blind person, but again, it's just a little tedious and difficult. Maybe there's like a pump or something for these syrups that I can invest in and look into, but for now, just doing it the way everyone does, those are the two difficult areas for me. So we discussed money earlier. We've had this thing for about 4 or 5 months, I think now, and has it started to save us money? Actually, yes, and we do continuously use it every single day. So it has been something that we've maintained. It's not something we've gotten tired of. It's actually saving us quite a bit of money, especially with the prices of canned soda and carbonated waters these days. The price at the store has really gone up lately. So with that in consideration, yes, we are definitely starting to see some savings with this product, and that is a win for us. Now, regarding taste, that's something a lot of people are also concerned about. If you like carbonated water, then you will like this. It's great. I mean, there's nothing to not like about it, I guess. Like I said, you can control how much carbonation you want to add to your bottle, so you can really tailor it to your preferences. I did not know this in the beginning when we purchased this. This soda stream machine is actually owned now by Pepsi. Pepsi bought this several years back for a very expensive price, I might add. So all the flavors do have that very Pepsi-esque type of flavor to them. They don't really taste like Coke products. It's definitely more Pepsi. And that was a bit of an adjustment for me, but I really actually in the end liked the process of trial and error. What kind of flavors and syrups do I like and how much, all of that stuff. It was like discovering new recipes. Now, because the syrups are more difficult for me to add to the bottles, I'm not making the sodas quite as often as I typically used to drink them, but that's actually working in my favor because it's forcing me to actually make healthier choices and just drink the carbonated water. So unwillingly, it's keeping me healthy. So there you go, there's that. Overall, so far, yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised and pleased with this product. Don't regret it one bit just yet, even though there are some slight frustrations. So much and other things in my life are the same, and it doesn't stop me from purchasing or appreciating them either. So that's just kind of disabled life, if you will. So let me just show you the short little demo of how this soda machine works and how easy it is for me to use it. If you have any questions that I have not yet addressed, be sure to put them in the comment section down below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. And here we go. I've already got this one pretty full. So this is an extra empty bottle that we have. You can't use just any bottle. You do have to use their specific style and brands of bottles. I'm gonna go fill this bad boy up with water. You can come along with me for just a second and then I'll show you how it works. I'm also quite used to listening to the sound of the water filling up, and I can feel the bottle as well. There's a temperature change with the cold water, and so I'm kind of feeling the edge of the bottle here to kind of feel where that water line is. There's a little too much, so I'm gonna go pour that out. All right, so I just filled up my bottle. There is like a kind of a straw type of spout that I will feel right here in the front, and this goes inside of the bottle. So I will feel that and line them up, and then you literally just kind of push the bottle up into it and then push forward. And this will lock the bottle into place, and it literally is just kind of hanging in the machine just like that. Easy peasy. It's all by feel. I don't have to really check visually or do anything visually. That's perfect, easy so far. And then you just push the button in. They say push it in 1 to 2 seconds. 3 pushes for light carbonation or 4 to 5 for heavier carbonation. So I usually do about 4 to 5. All right, and that's it. See how easy that was? I mean, not bad at all. And then you literally just pull the bottom of the bottle out till you hear it click, and then release it from that straw spout. All done. Now this bottle is perfectly carbonated. Look at it. Can you all see? Does it look carbonated? As far as the CO2 cartridge, this too is also extremely easy. You just pop off the back panel, and there is where you'll see the placement for the CO2 canister, and you'll just slide that in. There's like a little clamp that you will pull up to insert, and then push the clamp down to lock the CO2 cartridge in, and then that's how easy it is, my friends.
All done.
Hopefully this discussion helps you guys. If you're considering the SodaStream machine, be sure to check out other videos on my channel before you go, my friends. You'll see some maybe on the right and left here pop up, and I would love to get to know you guys more too. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Blessings to you and yours.